Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Sanjit. So in this video, we'll be talking about interception. Now, last video we spoke about air defense identification zones, air defense clearance number, to be honest. And let's say if you do not take any clearance and you're not a legal aircraft, you will be intercepted. So you might have seen in a lot of these videos on Instagram or in certain movies that suddenly next to a huge commercial aircraft or any of the aircraft, you might find two fighter jets accompanying the aircraft. Uh, so that is when it is being intercepted. Intercepted basically means that it is coming in the way of the aircraft and not letting it go ahead. Now, by not letting it go ahead, I mean that the aircraft has to follow certain commands that are given by the intercepting aircraft, which is generally a fighter jet operated by the Indian Air Force. Uh, now, if let's say the commercial jet or any aircraft does not follow the orders of the intercepting aircraft, they'll fire them down. Uh, so let's talk further about it and let's see what is written about interception. As soon as an air traffic service unit learns that an aircraft is being intercepted in its area of responsibility, it shall take such of the following steps as are appropriate in this circumstances. So, attempt to establish two-way communication with the intercepted aircraft via any means available, including the emergency radio frequency 121.5 megahertz, unless such communication already exists, and if practicable, repeating this call on the emergency frequency 243 megahertz. So they're talking from the point of view of an ATC unit on the ground. Now, as we discussed before, there is ATC units, and there's also uh, Indian Air Force controlling the airspace of India. So what basically happens is that the aircraft is always in communication with the ATC unit. In certain cases, they won't be. In certain cases, they won't be legal, and that would lead to interception. Now, let's say an aircraft is intercepted and it is in the airspace of that particular air traffic unit. Now, that air traffic unit will try to contact this aircraft which is being intercepted on 121.5 megahertz, that's the frequency, or 243 megahertz. Okay, these two frequencies they'll try to raise the aircraft, which also means that the aircraft on these should also monitor these frequencies. Let's say that an international aircraft, you are an international aircraft, you have come into the Indian airspace. You Let's say you haven't been able to call them due to any reason. You haven't been able to inform them that you're entering the airspace and stuff like that. You will be intercepted, but you should know these two frequencies to inform them, right? To talk to them further, which is 1215, which is 121.5, and 243.0, right? The next thing is if equipped with SSR transponder, select mode A, code 7700, unless otherwise instructed by the appropriate air traffic service unit. So they're talking about a transponder, and on the transponder you have to set the numbers 7700 and code A, right? We'll be talking about transponders really soon, and I'll link it below, right? So that you know what a transponder is. Transponder is nothing but uh, the aircraft transmits its position to the ground, and the ground also receives it, and on the ground the ATC on a screen gets to know the position of the aircraft, right? So it is basically like a position indicator of the aircraft. So they're saying that the code 7700 has to be set within the aircraft so that the aircraft can be identified by the ATC. If equipped with ADS-B or ADS-C, select the appropriate emergency functionality if available, unless otherwise instructed by the appropriate air traffic service unit. Again, ADS-B and ADS-C are like broadcasting your position. It's again a technical thing, and it is basically again a position indicator of the aircraft with the help of GPS, and it uses satellites to basically transfer your position to the ATC. If any instructions received by the radio from any sources conflict with those given by intercepting aircraft by visual signals, the intercepted aircraft shall request immediate clarification while continuing to comply with the visual instruction given by the intercepting aircraft. So the jets that are accompanying you will give you instructions on what to do by giving you signals, and we'll discuss these signals in the next video. And your first priority should be following these signals, and then only anything else has to be followed, and you have to inform the ATC that the jets are asking you to do this, right? If any instructions received by radio from any sources conflict with those given by intercepting aircraft by radio, the intercepted aircraft shall request immediate clarification while continuing to comply with radio instructions given by intercepting aircraft. So the first thing is that follow instructions of the intercepting aircraft, right? Follow the instructions given by the jets that are next to you, because if you don't, they'll shoot you down. Simple as that. So follow the instructions, monitor the frequencies that I told you, which is 1215 and 2430, and yeah, follow the rules. So happy landings. Cheers.